Okay, today is May 20th, 2016, and we're watching the Northeast Pacific Water Vapor Loop. Right now, in the foothills of Los Angeles, we have a temperature of 52 degrees. The time right now is 10:45 p.m. 52 degrees is the temperature. We have a relative humidity of 80%. The barometer is reading 29.94 inches, and the dew point is currently 46 degrees. And we had cloudy skies all day, partly cloudy skies, and with a lot of rain clouds. But we also saw a lot of chemtrails over the tops of those clouds, and that's what's stopping our rain for Southern California. Now we have a huge low pressure system spinning right here, and there's a transmitter right in this entire area, and that is cutting off all this moisture that should be flowing right into Southern California. We can see that transmitter outline right there. Let's look at this in the infrared loop. There is currently no rain falling anywhere in Central or Southern California. We take a quick look at the IntelliCast map right here. We can see that there's just nothing on the Doppler radar showing up anywhere in the entire region. There's something going on up here between Nevada and Utah. As we go north, we can see that low pressure is dumping some rain up in Northern California and also up in Idaho and Washington State. Okay. So once again, Southern California gets nothing out of that. This is a huge spinning low pressure system. And it's just amazing how one storm after another, they just keep coming in one after another. And we're not getting any precipitation. This is going right over LA. And we got chemtrails. We got a lot of nice cumulus clouds, rain clouds, but nothing to generate any rain. The chemtrails are stopping the rain process. All right, let's look at the jet stream map, and we can see that we got jet stream flow right into Southern California, right here. And there's a transmitter right on top of this moisture field that's winding up and around, and it is evaporating all that moisture. So we're not getting any kind of precipitation at all. All right, here's the western U.S. water vapor loop, and we can see the effect of this heat right here. This is a transmitter right on top of this moisture field, and look what's happening here. There's just nothing getting into Southern California. This is all being chemtrailed right through here. We'll take a look at that on the MODIS Today map. Okay, here's the surface analysis map, and we can see that we've got a couple lows right here. One here right over Southern California, and one a little bit further north over Washington and Idaho. And we have a huge trough shown here, and we've got, looks like another trough shown, or actually I can't tell if that's a trough or not, but we've got a cold front here and all this high pressure out in the eastern Pacific, which is going to block these two lows out here. All right, let's take a look at the drought monitor. This is the U.S. drought monitor for the west. And we can see that the counties of Los Angeles and San Bernardino, Orange County, San Diego, all these counties in here are all severe, extreme, and exceptional drought. The light tan here is moderate drought, and all this entire area is still in a moderate drought, and the yellow is abnormally dry. So this is the effect that these people are having on our weather. Stuff like what we're seeing here, where you have a transmitter that's just evaporating all that moisture as it wraps around. This should be a real nice weather maker, a good rain maker, and it's not. It's just not happening right here. Just cutting off the, it's evaporating all that moisture. All right, let's take a look now at the MODIS Today map. And we're looking at Southern California. This is Lompoc right here. We have Santa Barbara. Down over here we have Los Angeles right down here. And right here we have all these chemtrails. These have been sprayed and have spread out quite a bit. We can see a relatively fresh trail over here, right along there. One here. This is Los Angeles. We can see the natural clouds are the brilliant white. And this stuff here is the chemtrail mix. This sort of a gray colored, light gray. That's all the chemtrail mix. Here's some natural clouds here. And all this stuff here is all the chemtrail mix. You spray this over the tops of the clouds, and that will stop the lift. Let's take a look down here. This is San Diego over here. San Diego. And we saw quite a bit of chemtrailing over those clouds, so that's what stops the rain in our area. That stopped it. We should have had rain. We had a lot of rain clouds, but this is what happens. So this is why we have an exceptional drought going on right now. Okay, next let's look at the sea level pressure. And we can see that a huge area of high pressure out here. That's going to block this low pressure. We have a perfect opportunity for rain right here, and nothing's happening. It doesn't get much better than that. But with the transmitters and all the other things going on with the chemtrails, look at the size of this. This is an upper level low. This is the 500 millibar map. And we cannot get rain to save our lives here. Look at here, 300 millibar map, huge upper level low. There's another low right here. And no rain. Okay, let's look at the East Coast now. This is the East Coast. You can see this is the water vapor map. We have a storm developing right here. This actually has a right angle on the core of that system. This is going to spin and move right into the northeast. This is dropping quite a bit of rain. If we go back to the Intellicast map and zoom out and head over to the eastern half of the country, we can see that there's quite a bit of rain being generated by that system right here. Okay, let's go back and take a look at that again now. This has a transmitter on it that is going to amplify the effect of this system. You have high pressure being forced down into a low pressure system. You have a lot of turbulent activity, wind, tornadoes, odd weather. That's what we're seeing here. Look at these geometric shapes. We have these angles all through that core. A lot of strange things going on. Now this thunderstorm system right down here is being blown apart. We're going to take a look at that up close right now. Here's the rainbow loop. We can see that precipitation. See that right angle? We can stop this and just take a quick look. It's not really a perfect right angle, but it does have a couple of straight edges right here and here. We can see that. It's a fairly straight, rather fairly square angle right there. Okay. All right, so these transmitters, when they're hitting the core of these with heat, that amplifies and creates a lot of violent weather activity. So these people are responsible for a lot of other things as well as drought. Let's take a look next at the This is the Gulf of Mexico map, and we can see the tremendous shock wave right here, right there, as this system is destroyed with heat. They've hit this with a microwave. We've got a great view in the, let's take a look here in the visible light mode. Let's just stop this and scroll through. We have here's the very beginning of the sequence. This has already been hit, but the sunlight, we'll just run through this real slow. We can see that shock wave right there heading out. There's the dimple right there. Now we see the night to day transition right here. So the contrast is really good. When the sun is shooting at an oblique angle, we're getting some good contrast right there. We see that dimple right there. And then we see the shock wave. And then the storm just collapses from the heat. The waters through this area are very warm. And a lot of people are paying insurance along the coast here for hurricane insurance. And so the people running these transmitters are not going to allow a hurricane to develop in this area. In fact, there's not been a major hurricane since Katrina. That's over 10 years. That's an amazing statistic. The tropical storm Bill came through here I think it was last season, kind of skirted through the area right through right about here and up into Louisiana. That was a tropical storm that was originated, I believe, in the Pacific, and it went over Mexico and out this way. But that's the only storm that of any notoriety. The rest of the time, there has been no major hurricanes in the Gulf of Mexico since Katrina. That's an amazing statistic, and we can see why. This is what they're doing. They're killing these things off systematically. But at the same time, they're also creating drought, and they've got to know that they're doing that. They certainly have to know that they're the cause of the drought in the Southwest. Okay, here's the water vapor map. This doesn't really show too much detail. Doesn't show the shock wave too well. We do see something right there, the first few frames. But this is really amazing here. See that dimple? Amazing stuff. All right. So that's the summary for today. But here we are. This is the giant low pressure system that's not bringing any rain to Southern California. Go back over here. There is just nothing happening on the Doppler radar. That doesn't mean it's not raining somewhere. Maybe these maps are wrong, but I'm just showing what we're pulling up on the internet and telecast. Okay, so that's it. We will do another update tomorrow.